Hello, comrades, and welcome back to the city of Neuve Revergrad. And we might even be able to, well, it's not exactly a city, but look, we actually have buildings. Happy days are here. So we got some of the flats going. We need to get, the actual buildings down here going, but we're still plugging away at many of the roads. So no huge hurry, but that's good timing because we need to see how we can get people over here because this is getting awful close to finish. But I have time paused for a specific reason, and I want to get it going pretty quickly. So let's get this specific reason out of the way, and then we'll get time going. For those of you who didn't watch my little special video yesterday, you will note that the steel is overflowing here. So I'm not sure if we're jammed up or not. But I wanted to point out that we can empty all this stuff out. Now, when we discard it, I'm not sure that we don't just lose it, right? So I'm not, I don't really want to necessarily discard a bunch of stuff that we're going to use. But the fact is, at least we don't have to do that whole rigmarole with the trucks and the, getting them to unload and that whole pain in the frustrating butt. So anyway, so there we go. So we'll see. Let's play time here and see. Are we actually working on stuff or not, right? So we have, trains coming in and out of here. Yep, and this guy's working over here. Let's see, do we get this done? Some of the problem that we're having over here is that guys were conflicting. Yep, say this guy's done something. I think it's just that one of these trains got done whatever it was working on over here and didn't, over here further. And didn't get reassigned anything yet. What is this? 46? Yeah, I don't see. Oh, yeah, no, he's working on 46. What is this guy? Oops, I didn't necessarily need to close that. Let's see, this is number 12. Number 2. Okay, so for some reason we didn't. I closed the wrong one. Let's try this one more time. So I think what we need to do is assign. Yep, there we go. All right, so that guy's busy again. All right, so the main goal, this is going to be a keep it running construction episode, I hope, but I would like to get the roads into here. But we do have news, by the way. We have sent if you haven't watched the KSP, the Revergrad Space Agency, we have put a man into space, a couple of them actually. Both Radomir and Prajar have been sent off into space. We actually brought up a space tourist, so our proud space industry is well underway. So we are happy about that. We can celebrate one of the first ever Soviet republics besides the Soviet Union to put a man into space, right? All right, so anyway, I'm enjoying the series. Plus, it also just so you know, the reason we got an extra little episode yesterday about the trains is because it gives me a little bit of a breather midweek where I can do some other things besides just recording these episodes, these episodes are fine, but it just gives me a break. If I could either do a special episode or get other things in real life caught up. So the other things we're going to do in this episode is just try to keep an eye on this bitumen situation, right? If you remember from last episode, if you watched it, I don't want this to drop down too low as this train takes a lot of the bitumen and loads it up. You can see it's putting in bitumen every time we take fuel out of here, more or less. So that's something else to keep an eye on. Now, I did also get a question about when I would be upgrading all the old track, like over here, to electrical track. And it's actually my plan to do something along these lines first, where we're building an electrical track more or less parallel to it. This electrical track, I'm planning on one way or the other, having it going all the way around the map somehow. I think it's going to probably go through this tunnel, and then somehow I'll figure out a way to break it off. If it doesn't go through this tunnel, we might split it here and bring it around this lake just so it doesn't run into our power plant area here. But then we also have this mountain range. So at some point, I plan on the train coming up to here, so I don't know if it's, I definitely want to make a loop out of it somehow. I need to stay out of the way of whatever we put over here, which might just be some more houses. I don't necessarily plan on building too much right in this spot at this moment. So, like I said, maybe it makes sense to go around here. We could also talk about like just getting up over this hill as opposed to buying, it certainly would be possible just to come up over the hill. And then that way, if we did, the other thing I'm thinking is this is a nice big open area, right? So this train track that I'm talking about that would go all the way around, I picture that being a track for like these depots where it's really more about supplying construction and food to the towns, right? Where these other, like this other track, I wouldn't get rid of it, but like here, for example, we might be able to divert these guys off of here. Because I don't, like right now, my only food supply and the corn export and all that is using this track. Not to mention, this is how we're getting a good amount of our construction materials where they need to go. So, I really don't want to shut this track off if I can avoid it. So we'll see. It's just going to be a, step-by-step process. Like at some point, I'm going to build this out this way. What, I don't know if we'll get onto the other side of this. It sort of depends on where we want to be up here with it all. Like I have another distribution area I'm thinking of here. Some of this could be semi-temporary, right? Like we build this parallel, almost like we did this road, right? Where you could go and repave the road, and even though it wasn't perfect, the trains could go this way. So when it comes to this long stretch, now this one, I'm not sure what we'll do with this one because do we just upgrade it? It sort of depends if we slow construction down here, or maybe we start bringing the stuff in from this way where it's already electrified and kind of cut that track off from a way that they would go. So what do we got going on here? Are we just, we're stupidly stopped. I had a feeling about that. Yeah, this is definitely a problem. Now, I don't know which one of these this guy was working on. Let's cancel that one, not that one. Yep, this one. Okay. Yeah, and this is caused because I have, well, this guy shouldn't come out that way, but I have this all like two-way. So once they decide and they get in there, they don't, I don't know. It's poorly done in some respects. All right, so let's take a look at this. What are we doing? South Rail Corridor. Yeah, so these guys are both working over there. So and I just expect this to happen throughout the episode. All right, so let's get one guy working here. And where's this guy up to? Yeah, he's past where a signal would be. So let's get this guy working there. And hopefully we don't cause too many problems with that. But we're going to have to babysit this kind of the whole time. Yeah, and this is just a mess. Right, so, how are we doing over with this guy? Yeah, he's not done either bridge yet, but I think they're still working on them. We'll hope so. All right, so there we go. So I think that's everything I wanted to cover before we got to work here. Radomir mentioned, just so you know, you can drop passengers off directly into the steel mill using the rail. I mean, given how much we have going on, I don't think I'm going to try to do that because I'm trying to keep everything in a loop up here so that, when the trains have to come in and then they have to come back out, it really does. Like, I know this seems like it adds to the complexity in some ways, but I mean, there's going to be a lot better flow to it if it works out well, right? Where when they have to come back in and out of like a single place, it takes up just as much room, and then if you get two trains in here staging, and it's not a perfect system either way. But so we're going to try this looping through thing. And having said that, I have this nice loop with train platforms here that should be close enough to each of the steel mills to provide them people. Now, the only other benefit to this is if we have a discrepancy as to who needs how many workers, I think you have a little more control when you use a bus stop, right? So or a train stop. So like in other words, if this guy is getting more people from here, then we can just send them over to here. So like in other words, I can limit who's going to what train stop. Like the trains don't have to stop at each one, and it just gives you potentially a little more flexibility, depending. I mean, but again, it's good to know because it would certainly, in some circumstances, I'm sure work well. And I might have even done it had I not already set all this stuff up. so we'll see how it goes. One more. Oh, actually, I'm not really quite done. So let's talk a little bit more about a new thing that we've put into the game. Now, I'm not sure how fast we're going to get to it relative to everybody's excitement over it, but we now have engineering industry. I'll have to take a look to see if we can build these things. It doesn't seem like I have a limit. Like, will that turn green for me? It turned yellow. Let's go to where it's real flat someplace. Yeah, no, it turns green. So I'm assuming I can build these, that we did all of the research that we need. But we have a vehicle production line, which requires plastic, electrical components, fabric, mechanical components, and electronics. So for at least this one, what I'm thinking of is, I have mechanical components over here, and I plan on bringing steel out at least this far. And then we're going to talk about like plastic tin here, where we would make plastic. And what else would we need? Fabric would be the other thing, which needs chemicals. We're talking about that being down here with the clothing. I'm not sure if that would change our plans with the clothing to put it a little bit closer. But what I'm thinking of is that we do have a space over here we don't really know what we're going to do with. So maybe we'll put some cars there. Like we'll see. What else do we need for these other things? Space for vehicles, that's just, I guess that's like a depot kind of thing, or parking space, And then car dealer. Nothing special there as far as these aren't. So this is the car dealer. This is a vehicle storage, almost like a silo. You can look at it. Yeah, so this is the one that will need all the components and plastic. And, just thinking about where things are or where they will be. I'm thinking that over here is not a bad place. We can get a train. Even in the short run, we could get it going a little bit with the plastic we have, the mechanical components. We would have steel, and then obviously our big goal to get the steel over here. So we would have plenty of those things pretty close by. And then, the fabric, I want to work on the track. What that would kind of lend me to do is, I've been debating, do I cut through here with, we were just talking about the electric track, and I know I want to get a distribution here, and I want to get a distribution here. So what that would lead me to think is that we would take that electric track this way, right? And come in either through this kind of gap right here, I might do, or bring it in here. Now, the problem with bringing it in here is that we're going to have all this, I do plan on, there's not a lot of room in here for wiggling, so to speak. And if we're getting things in and out of here, I don't know how much I want to disrupt that versus going this way. But that would definitely get me to where we could bring the clothing up here, which we're going to want that clothing as part of this loop anyway, right? Or fabric. We're going to want clothing, but to bring fabric and drop it off here won't be a big deal because we need to get the clothing, is what I'm trying to say, into the loop anyhow, right? So if we have fabric and clothing right next door to each other, that would make sense, right? So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm ready to build this. Like, we've got enough that we need to build. The timing of it wasn't perfect, but who knows? Maybe we'll make it one of our next, one of our goals is to be self-sufficient and now we're no longer making all of the products, right? So I think I will put that up our list, even if we have to horseshoe it in as far as not having all of the supplies, fully going that we would want. Like, in other words, I don't think I would necessarily build this plastic tin first. I think we would build this and then see what impact it had on our plastic and mechanical components usage. And, you know, plus it would be fun to see how that whole mechanism works.
Oh, comrade.
Oh, no. Usually that pops up.
Well, not again.
We're done my little special episode. Remember, I'm recording this a day ahead. Sorry about that interruption. Okay, so let's go around before we get focused on that and take a look at each of the constructions. So I assigned this guy to just go build something in here. And he is making good progress. Is he done? Nah, he's still bringing up the first phase stuff, so I don't think I'm going to give him anything else. Well, you know what, though? We're going to be not paying attention to him for a while, are we? So let's come in here and, yeah, you know what? You're going to have 2 assignments just so that you stay busy. And that's our construction over here. Now we have Tupafalu and Hegiodal. Yeah, Hegiodal has plenty. Tupafalu, you had the bus factory. Okay, the food factory bus platform. Okay, some of these buildings are ready to go. Yeah, I really don't necessarily need to build that hospital first, right? What is this? Oh, that's more roads needs to be done. Yeah, let's just build another house. Let's build 2 houses. Oh, doesn't connect yet. How about you? Doesn't connect yet. Okay. How about you? No, it doesn't connect yet. I really... no, I closed it. Let's, there it is. I already gave you this one. So really, after all of that, there you go. Again, some of this is just giving them extra. Now you are working on that one thing, but he's just bringing stuff to there. I don't think he's going to be able to complete this. This guy's sort of with all his dumpers and whatnot, he's sort of a lost... He's really set up for building bridges and overpasses. So I don't know what I can have him work on particularly effectively. Maybe, you know, just bring some stuff to these roads here. Yeah. Right. I don't expect him to be able to finish all of that very well, but at least he can spin his wheels if nothing else. All right, good. So these guys are taken care of. It comes down to these 2. So you should have distribution. I want this guy working on the rest of these buildings. All right, and then this guy, that's the vehicle depot. This guy was doing factory connections up there, but the more I've thought about it, I'm going to try to assign him all of the factory connections down here. Get those done. Come on, get out of my way. All right, so that should keep them slightly busy for a little while. Yeah, I think that's about it. How's our rail doing? We have two assigned. If you didn't watch the special video, it was about what is the best rail crane. And I'm just hard pressed to see where anything else is better than this KZH 461. You know, the other trains are just really slower, other than the UK 25, right? If we come here and look, this laying crane, he's, you know, faster, but only in a really close area. As soon as he's got to go very far, this guy gets faster. Like, and I'm talking about, you know, a kilometer away, which is like, to give you an idea, like, you know, by the time you started laying track here, this guy's going to be faster than that UK 25, because this extra time it takes him to get out there at 20 kilometers an hour just kills him. So, yeah, when you're constructing like I am, like all the way over here with that, like these guys are building this bridge from all the way over here, which is really too far. I need to build another rail thing over that area. But to be honest with you, I haven't even mentioned it much. I'm waiting until we get up into here, right? And then I'm thinking of building the other rail thing in this area where we kind of have some supplies already. And heck, especially if we're going to start building over here, right? And another rail line over this way. But I really just want them to get at least up to here with the track done, right? So anyway, but yeah, it's just hands down in every category this guy won. The other thing to say is this guy is a good early train if you don't want to spend the money. I mean, look at how the inflation has gone up. If you don't want to spend an extra 500,000, this guy is, half as fast. He really, his problem is he carries about half as much as this one. So if you're going longer distances, that starts really hurting this guy's performance. They have the same speed. And then these two guys, they're fine little guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They might even be more efficient as far as their fuel usage or something, and they're certainly a lot cheaper, but they just don't have the speed. I mean, they have the speed, they just don't have the carrying capacity of this one. So it kills them. They have to make like 72 trips for this guy's, 30 kind of thing. And then this guy, again, he only carries half, so he has the same problem. And by the way, their speed difference here is just not enough to make up for the cargo carrying difference. And just so you guys know, in case you weren't aware, this guy only lays track. He doesn't build bridges or electrical. So, while he's arguably some competition for this guy, well, then you're stuck with a vehicle that can't build a bridge. So it's, it's just a limiting micromanaging factor at that point as well. So anyway, so let's come in here now. I don't think none of these roads that we're about to build are like permanent roads. I think I'm going to do pretty much the similar thing that I did down there, which is to put in gravel to begin with. Now, did I end up putting a firehouse over here? I completely forget. I don't think I did. So we should think about where a firehouse can go. And you know what? Let me get an idea. We got the firehouse here working, right? I just want to get an idea how far that firehouse goes. So we're talking about, I'm going to kind of zoom in until my screen is about as wide as the coverage area. Right? So like from this side to this side, I could go out a little bit more. Let's come in like there, right? So the coverage area of this firehouse is going to be in this ballpark. So let's see what this guy's already covering. Geez, that guy's... Yeah, we should definitely probably get the road where he can get over here. He can cover half of our steel mills, which is just telling me... Yeah, it's kind of a long drive for him potentially, but it's telling me we want to probably try to put the other coverage over here. And it's also saying that... Yeah, I mean, I'm even thinking... I don't think I would quite get from like all the way down here, but if we brought, I think maybe what we should do is bring a road in this way after where we think, like I'm thinking we bring a road in outside of the area that we would ever put these trains. This is the border for like the train boundary. So I'm thinking we bring a road in like here, and then we don't really... Do we have a road planned out of here? We have these two, which are around Center City. But what I'm thinking of is, why don't we bring like a regular paved road here so that this firehouse can get over there. Now, we probably want to build a bridge, not necessarily near the road, but like over all of this mess, right? So that's going to get into quite a bit, but that's all right. It can be like a longer term sort of thing. So let's start here since we don't have to do quite so much leveling. And I'm going to put on my wireframe just to make sure things are fairly flat. And yeah, I'm just going to build a regular road for now. We can always upgrade it. That doesn't look very good, does it? Let's just... Yeah, we're on the right. We're not on auto build or anything like that. I guess I'll pick there. Alright, so now, as a general statement, we have this in the way, but I think I want to, make sort of like the shortest little road possible here. Did I make that kind of straight? Yes. Alright, so let's like semi-commit to that part. And then, wooden bridge... You know, have we ever done a 100? Yeah, you know what? I don't know, remember doing a steel bridge. Is that new even? There we go. Yeah. So let's. Well, I like the way it's looking already in the sense that it's not. Yeah, that's the shortest. Yeah. So are we pretty straight? I like not being straight. Can't build because the pillars. Can we build? Yeah. Let's just see what that looks like from this side. Yeah. I can live with that, right? Now, we kind of have an issue here, don't we? Well, you know what? Do we build another? Like, we keep that guy up. Are you straight? Let's make sure he's straight first. Yeah, and then let's see about what happens if we just... Oop, that didn't work. There we go. Now let's try to see if he can go right to the ground, right? Yeah, there he's on the ground. Ooh, ooh. Now the only other thing I didn't look at... And let's take him back as far as we can. And I want to make sure he's straight. Cool. Now, yeah, are we in a logical... Yeah, there's no building. Like, I don't care if we end up with, like, a gravel road after that. Like, yeah, see, like, this is fine with me, right? Like, I don't mind, because this, again, it's just construction roads anyhow. Yeah, I like that. You know, and I know it's a lot of overkill for construction roads, but it also will get this firehouse to be able to get over there. All right, so you know what? I'm going to commit to all of that just so I don't end up stupidly deleting it. And where do we need to get roads to, even just for construction? See, I don't think we're going to be able to get through here with these conveyors. So we're going to have to get around the back here somehow. So we need to get over to here. So let's bring... Yeah, we're going to need to get back here eventually. Yeah, I think that's straight looking. Let's take this guy. There we go. And that guy. Yeah, so how are we getting up that hill, I wonder? Well, let's worry about that second. All right, so this guy should come out a little bit straighter so that this guy can come here and that guy can come there. Now, what do we have here? Can we get underneath of this guy anyhow? Yeah, we should be able to. No? It's like right here. If we're going to get under that, it's going to be like right there. Ooh, I thought you were through. I mean, I had green for a second. No. All right, let's... Yeah, because if I can get through there... Now, the other thing is, can I come off of here? Out there. That's too close to that railway. That's sort of what I was afraid of. So the negative is I can't go... Yeah, because... Yeah, and I definitely want to be able to get up there. Yeah, I really almost need to shorten... Crossing not allowed. Overlaps. I don't understand the whole crossing not allowed message. Yeah, and you're not going to let me because you're too close to that railroad track right there. And I need to get through here, really. Ooh, like it seems like it wants to, but then it just doesn't. Now I could, now see, no, I want this road to work permanently. So I think I need to redo the bridge. Yeah, so let's save the rest of this stuff. And I think we need to delete the bridge already. And this little bit. And then let's come back up to steel bridges. And let's go down so so we can kind of tell if it's levelish. Yeah, let's make it a little bit shorter this time. And then can we go down to the ground? Yeah. All right, so we still get our train track through there. And then let's delete. I want this to be like one construction project if we can get it. Plus, I don't want to be fighting the nodes, so to speak. All right, good. So we should have nice clean nodes, right? So how can we get out of here? Can we go? Yeah, I think the best bet would be like in this neighborhood. Hopefully that doesn't mess up where I would put signals. Yeah, let's go a little bit further, even though we might delete that. Yeah, can we just come straight? Hopefully you're not too close. You're going to be too close the other way, aren't you? Yeah, so when it comes to this, the problem isn't this road. I think it's this. So let's get rid of just a bit of this for now. Yeah. And I think here's another trick of the world. Not too close to the road end or start. Okay, well, yeah, I think, can we get, let's do this. No. Sometimes you can get like one past that you can't get the other one past. Oh, come on. Nah, you don't like that either. Well, that's all right. You know what we can do? I want this road to be permanent because I want the fire trucks to be able to get in there, right? So even though it's only a gravel road, I think what we can do is let's build this out to, like, say here, and just see if we can't. Whoa. Yeah, so we could come all the way out here. You know what? That's kind of fine. Let's take this back a little bit to, like, say there. And we're just going to take this whole section out. That's the electrical track. Did we do electrical track? I don't think we did. You know what? I don't have a lot of... That doesn't seem to be electrical track either. Okay. Those are. Hopefully I didn't leave too many non-electrical tracks in there. And after all of that, I didn't necessarily want to make that a paved road. So let's hope I can put this back in. You know what we can do? It's kind of good, because then I can see... it never fails in life, does it? seems like that might work. So before we go through all that road work, let's get this guy hooked back up. Yep, very good. Yeah, and this is where we'll do something like this. There we go. You know, not the prettiest, but it works. And I'll take works. Right, we don't want to go that way for anything. Nah, we don't need to. I don't think. No. And now here, yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting getting up there, especially with this guy right here. Can we do? Yeah, we could get up to here, couldn't we? Can we get up? What happened there? Yeah, that's just because maybe this isn't. It doesn't like to place it when you're too close. Too sharp an angle, too big a hill climb. Alright, so let's see. Can we lower this guy a bit? So it's not quite as bad. There you go, see? Yeah. Then we can connect potentially other ways. Oh, good. I really almost didn't expect to get that guy in and out of there. Like I said, it's always better if you don't have to take out the conveyors, though, you know, if you have to, you have to. All right, so let's get this done first, right? So this guy, let's make sure all these steel mills are connected up. Yeah, and we can see about getting that guy down from there. That's connected up. This is going to have the same issue as over there, huh? Yeah, and the problem with this one is tightness. Like, in other words, this is tight. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to turn it any tighter than that is right there, so I can't just move this over. What isn't connected? So this guy isn't connected over here. It's going to be hard to get one down from up from here. So let's take a look and see. Yeah, we should be able to squeeze a road through here. Yeah, let's just get what we can get. All right, and then, now, you know what, let's delete back a little bit of this one. It'll look a little bit better. There we go. So that made that guy in there. So that is, yeah, all of the steel mills are now connected. The only problem is this train station right here, and what do we do about that? But before we think about that too hard, let me pause it for a minute, and then I'm just going to think about what I want to do here. It sometimes helps me to not talk about it while I'm doing it. Plus, I'll also go around and like reassign everybody like a thing to do, right? And then that, I don't know how exciting you guys find that, but and we're getting a little bit low on time, so I can think about some of these tougher spots and come back a little bit more prepared for all these different roads. All right, very good. I'll see you in 2 seconds. Okay, went around. Everybody seems busy enough, cleared up enough of the traffic jam, and so let's play time again. I paused it while I was getting another cup of coffee, but this is not real pretty, I know. And you know what? This is not even attached, is it? So let's actually attach it now that I look. But yeah, you won't let me go that short, will you? see. There you go. Now you're attached. I don't want to move this guy, and this is the tightest turn I can make, and I don't want to put him any closer to this, and then I'd have to get into moving all of this. Yeah, so I just don't want to do all of that. Now I'm hoping what we can do also, by the way, is get a road up this way, right? So let's take this guy out a little bit longer, and then attach him. Oh, can you just let me green it? Oh, okay. I'll take that for $1. Where do we want to go? Yeah, we're going to have to go up that far, so we might as well go straight, right? And then, yeah, there's no reason I can't. Let's go. No reason we can't do that, right? And then once we're up here, we can go. This guy got a conveyor in his way. Nope. We loop around nicely. Yep. There you go. Again, construction roads, not too worried about them being the most efficient. Do we have a conveyor in our way? Yes. Is there any way we're going to get through said conveyor? No. How about the back door? Maybe, but I tend to doubt it. Let's, yes, the back door will work. Now again, even if we find better ways of doing this, I'm okay with that. Will you go over there? Yeah, you're not the best looking road I ever built, but kind of okay with that. Let's bring this guy straight. Without crossing that track, we got all that connected. Yeah, bringing these guys right past here. Now this one's going to be a problem because of this. There's a conveyor right there, so I can't really move him out. How about this one? Yeah, so you're going to have the same problem there. I think I may straighten those out. Let me pause it when I go to straighten those out, just because I don't want the video to run over long, and I really do kind of want to get this done. Now, okay, you're already attached here, and you are, yeah, you're attached through here, even though I turned that not white. So all the steel mills are attached. Now the question is, yeah, I can get you through there. Boy, that's a thing, isn't it? I mean, I can come off of here. Can I? Yeah, we can. Oh, overlaps with. Okay. Let's see. Can we get past? Oh, there's two of them there. Well, that's. All right, let's. Can I go? No. Really, you just want to go that one way and. Oh, look, we can get straight on through here. I don't know if that benefits us, but at least overlaps with existing construction. There you go. Yeah, that's a heck of a thing, isn't it? Well, I don't know that we need to do all of that, but it's, I guess what I would, no, you're not going to, I thought you were, what is our, oh, you didn't actually make it out, did you? All right, let's see, can we delete this little bit, and then, yeah. All right, so that gets us into here. And then this guy, yeah, there's no way you're getting under that, but can you attach up here? No. Oh, yes. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's not pretty, but I'll take it. And then this guy can come around the front of here, right? Yep. Now this guy can attach on either side. So I'm thinking what we do is, if we can, stay on this side of this stuff. Okay, so let's see. How are we going to get past? Yeah, a railroad track might be part of the problem, but can we squeeze right alongside of you? Yes. Let's redo this guy a tiny bit. All right, so now that guy's attached. That's a bit of a mess there. But we can bring this guy straight on over to here, and this, oh, okay. Yep, straight through that conveyor. Now we need to get these all attached. Is there any way in heck you're getting out of there? Let's see what this guy looks like. That's the wrong one. Yeah, this guy should be able to come through here. Yeah, let's run it as long as I can. Let's get rid of this one for a second. It'd be nice to be able to see better. No, not off the end. No, you're not going to let me. You won't go any further. Let's see, can I bring this guy at a better angle? Because I don't think I really, yes, much better angle. No, you don't want to attach quite that way, but right there maybe? No, but can I go? Yes. Now let's delete that little bit. See, there's this game, people say, oh, you can't attach the roads. Well, you know, it's not the friendliest road attaching thing I've ever seen, but you know what, we're going to, that's okay. That guy's already attached. That guy's attached. Boy, talk about a game of connect the dots, huh? I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I think most people have connect the dots, don't they? Yeah, I think if I can go... Well, I mean, construction crews are going to be coming from over this way, right? Like, so I'd be better if I can get it connected, like here, say. So can I get past... No, there's no way I'm getting past that guy or this guy. Yeah, this is not going to work. So can I get through this guy? No. Can I get through this guy? Probably. Somewhere. Let's take a look at what he looks like. Oh, he's really low. But if I could get through, it'll be right here. Almost. No. But we are actually out here, but I can't get into this area from either side of this guy is the problem. Can I get in? No, probably not, but if I can... Oh. Yeah, not gonna make it, are we? Yeah, so this guy's kind of landlocked. Let me, again, just to keep things moving along. So we can get, like, this one into here, right? Let's see, will you connect up to that? No, but I'll take you past there. Thank you very much. All right, so that guy's attached. This guy's not attached to anybody yet. Let's come off this way. Okay, so that guy's attached. So this guy's not attached, and this guy's not attached. And yeah, we'll see. We still have some work to do. Now, can I get through here? Let's see what this... Yeah, we're going to be able to get through there. All right, so let's go like across here. Will you attach? No, but I can probably get rid of you, and then you might attach. Yes. A little bit more. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do one of these. Yeah. All right, so now, yeah, this is all through here. Very good. Why did that complete, you wonder? Anyway. All right, so let's take a look at these conveyors. Yep, this one's nice and tall. This one's nice and tall, so I might even be able to... No, I'm going to have to... over this way more. It would be nice if you could kind of see. Well, you're really finicky there, aren't you? Come on, give it to me. All right, let's see if we can't get this guy to attach to this guy. Yes. And then let's get this guy. Yes. Boy, that guy's... he made it. Congratulations, buddy. There we go. That's an intersection. Okay, so now we need to get like this guy up here more, maybe. Yeah, let's see. Can we just take you like straight on out of here? And, yeah, and that's everything down this end. Let's see how we can get this guy out. All right, let's take a look at this one. Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to the point of impossible. I think we may be building this guy. Yeah, I'm just going to build that guy. It's either, you know, like, I'm either going to tear this down and build it legitimately, or we'll just pay for rubles. But there's just no way this guy's getting out of there. My experience tells me so. Yeah, and this guy... Yeah, let's take a look at this one. We're already over here. Can we get past this like this? There we go. That guy's attached. That guy's attached. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Now we have to get up here, which is not going to necessarily be a picnic. Can I just go... Yeah. They definitely made the road building easier. Want to turn yellow for me? Come on, turn yellow for me? No. That's all right. We have another little trick up our sleeves called the lower tool. Sometimes when it's just too much for it to handle, you can lower it a little bit like that, and it makes... Railway crossing is too close. Yeah, then you get into that dumb thing. Let's, yeah, let's see. Can we just get you across, and then we'll worry about too steep from there. And now we kind of pinned it in place, unfortunately. Let's do the lower thing. Yeah, see, that's the kind of... It's not going to like that railway is so close. Now there's a little bit of a, I guess what you call a cheaty thing where you can do like really short sections of track. See, if we just keep going like really short, but I don't particularly like to do that. Yeah, see, like we can get... I guess what we're going to do, we're going to do the really short sections of track thing. And again, if it wasn't just a construction road, I would be a little bit more inclined to... Can you just stay on this side? Yes, you can. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, there we go. So that gets me up. Yeah, we get this coal mine done. Now this one... Yeah, let's see. No, turn red. Yeah, can we come? Again, maybe we can come down the side of the hill a bit. Well, you wanted to be yellow a minute ago. Yeah, so we can just... now it's too close to that. Let's see, can we get this guy... Yeah, see, we're going to have like either too big a hill climb or let's see if we can't lower some of this down. No, I don't want a paved road. There we go. Yeah, and see, we can do this. Okay. All right, again, I'm not sure how well that'll go, but since it's just for construction purposes. Now this guy, yeah, we could really use being on this side of the... Well, we could use being on both sides of the conveyor, can't we? So which way are we better off? I think we're better off coming up. Well, can we get across here, right? Let's take a look at what this conveyor looks like. Yeah, where's the other one? Yeah, right there. So if we just get across this... There we go. Let's delete enough of this that I can take and connect these two roads. Let's go. There we go, right? And then I can connect that to that and that to that. And one way or the other. Yeah, that's fine. Can I keep going? Yes. We're going to have the same... you know what, though? I can come out of this way. Okay, you won't let me level, but you're green, so... Really? I would have thought you'd let me do that. Too close to the end. Which one is too close to the end? Because if I need to bring you... Yeah, see, that might work. Yeah, that's not going to work, but let's delete this little thingy off of there. Yeah. Little nice Y intersection, right? And then we have just a big hill. Oh, don't level up my... Messing up my... the way my railroads look. You're leveling up, aren't you? I'll level back down. No, yeah, he wants to raise up, doesn't he? It kind of covered my railroad track back there a bit, but... Alright, so at least we're down out of here. Can we get across? Let's see, what does this look like? No. Probably not. Can we turn? Well, can we get under that railroad bridge any which way? Maybe right here. No. Yes. There you go. Now, can you... Yes. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's not so bad, is it? And the other thing that does is it gets me out over here, right? So we talked about making another connection, because see, I'd like to get this guy going with construction, you know, potentially. And we're starting to run out of time and a half here, aren't we? So I don't think I'm going to get all of this done in this episode. So what else do we have to do? And I'm going to do this off camera. Let me get the rest of this connected. I think you guys get the idea, I hope. And so I'll come back and I'll try to make sure I show you. As a matter of fact, let's like commit to all of these roads. So anything else that I do, I'll leave in white after I save the game, and that way you'll know what it is. Let's get rid of these railroad track whitenesses. Good, so there we go. So we got a good chunk of the roads going, and really enough to, you know, to stay happy. By the way, I did get this guy started paving on his way in there, and we can get somebody building this bridge pretty soon. We'll get in that way, and then probably the next episode well, in between, I'll probably build this out just because there's a lot of leveling, or a fair amount of leveling to do. And again, these are all just sort of construction roads that I'm not too worried about. That's why I'm plopping them down with such reckless abandon. But we just got a couple tricky ones in here that we got to get to. And they'll just be real time consuming. So there you go. Let's turn off the wireframe and see what it looks like. Yeah, looks like a bunch of brown spots. All right, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We got some roads, you know, the roads to steel done. And in the next episode, you know, I'd expect this to be completed. And again, probably another construction-y episode where we just keep guys going and building on this. Now, how are we doing down here before we actually leave? Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be able to fire up the bakeries here because we don't have the rail. The rail is a bit of an issue because we're definitely behind on the rail, and this is going to be all supplied and taken away by rail. So, but that's fine. We're not done building the houses over here yet either. So these are making progress. So and not even so much the houses, but we got to get all their entertainments to them, right? So we'll keep plugging away. All right, guys. Well, again, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.